Okay, so this is for the more advanced music students. I'm on the website onemotion.com, and I'm using the chord player. And this is the default chords progression that's there. Let's listen to it. So you can keep it, but you can also add things to it. We're in C major. Some things that you can do is choose what kind of instrument you're using. I'm going to change it to this instrument. I really like it. And I'm going to change it away from dance and switch over to bossa nova, maybe. Tango. Reggaeton. I don't want anything too difficult. Oh, I like the boogie, so I'm gonna use that. Maybe I'll add another chord in there. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, and then after F, maybe go for the A. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that one more time. It's nice, but it's not quite what I want. So I'm gonna remove, whoopsies, undo. This is the one I wanted to get rid of. I'm going to try maybe go for that. Okay. No, again, I don't think I like that. Oh, I know what I want. I'm gonna put the G. There we go. That's gonna sound great. Okay, so I have everything I want. I'm gonna go to the little black paper that's folded over, and I'm going to export this as a MIDI file. We're gonna call it not that, but we'll call it One Motion Music. Why not? Because you want to give it a title that you can find it. One Motion Music. I'm going to say okay, and I'm downloading. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Noteflight or flat.io, but I'm using Noteflight because I'm kind of locked out of my flat account. I mean, I opened another one. Anyway, that's beside the point. I've registered for Noteflight, and I'm going to go to plus for create. And it asks me, create a new score. Do I start from a blank score sheet, or am I going to start by importing XML, MXL, or a MIDI file? So that's what we want to click on and choose file. And it's probably in my iCloud, downloads, One Motion Music. Yeah, you have to always find what I'm working on an iPad. Create parts from tracks. Why not? I'm not really sure what that gives. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of the keyboard. It's in my way. That is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measure bass line. I'm going to copy this all right away. So I've selected that measure. I'm pressing shift and the arrow. That is selecting everything. I'm going to now press control or command copy. I'm at the end of this measure, and I'm going to add more measures. So I have from the palette, there's something called measures right there, and I'm going to add a bunch of more measures. I think it was 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm over here, and now, oops, undo. I'm doing Control V, paste, boom. Now we've got 12 measures. That's awesome. But we need there to be 2 instruments. This is our harmony. So we're going to go now to parts. We're going to add a part, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to add, I would suggest something like flutes nothing transposing. So saxophones transpose, clarinet transpose. So I'd add a flute or a violin, or even a plucked string. Actually, I'm gonna go for like cello. Okay, I'm pressing OK. I think I want my melody on top, so I think I can just, there we go, switch them like that. Okay, so now we're in bass clef. If you're not strong at reading bass clef, choose an instrument like flute in treble clef. Okay, and I'm going to now start composing, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm using just the notes that are in the chords, and I'm using long notes just to make life simple. So I'm going to start with a G. I'm going to go back to that note and turn it into like half note. And then I'm going to go to we have a C, A. Let's go to an A. Let's see what that does. Whoopsies. For some reason, there we go. A. And then I'm going to go, that's an A again. Why not keep the A thing going on? And I'm going to go to D. Now, I'm going to go to E. And then G. And then scroll. Okay. What's our last note? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go to C. E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to an F, and then can I hit a G? Anyways, you keep going. Cool. Okay. Let's hear what I've got so far. Okay, so I didn't really like that note. I'm gonna change it. So go back to edit. And let's see how that sounds. Nah. Again, let's go back to edit. And that one I'm going to change also. Oi. Okay, it's coming along, almost done. I'm going to add a note. I'm gonna keep that as hey, where are you? I don't know why I can't click. Hellos. I don't know why it's acting up now. I can't like change notes. Why? Okay, I'll come back to you. Oh, there we go. And then C. There we go. Next note. Nothing is selected. Okay. And okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measures, and I'm basically going to select, yeah, all that and kind of copy paste it, except that note. I'm going to keep it up. There we go. And that looks good. So let's give it a last listen. Rewind. Okay, there we go. Oh, I want everything playing. let's just add a nice little note for the ending. And we're gonna make sure you're like that. Okay. And I'm gonna make another note. Hello, let me add notes. I don't know why it won't. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna change the name so there's no confusion. Cello and MIDI. Okay, so my composition's done. Now, I am going to save it so I don't lose my work, and that's the cloud. If you can't find those buttons, again, go to the palette and look for score. So score's the first thing, okay? And then you're looking for the cloud with the down arrow, and we are going to export, and we are specifically going to export the MIDI for musical performance, for import into another notation editor, no, for musical performance. Okay, boom, download, close. Okay, so that's that.